Hello everyone, my name is Ponstamayoy. We're back. Pokemon Y Shiny Hunting episode 131, Lapras. You didn't watch the last episode. Why didn't you? Want a quick recap of the soft resets? Got 2,661 total soft resets. That's pretty good. Anyway, this episode's topic is by me. First of all, huge spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, this is an anime I'm going to be talking about, so be warned that it's going to be pretty much the whole thing's going to be spoiler as much as I can cover it in this episode. So anyway, this is an English dubbed anime and it is called Amagi Brilliant Park. Now this is definitely, like, I love all the animes that I watch over again, but this is definitely one of my top favorites, and the reason for that is not only the animation but just the main story in general. I really liked it. Well, first of all, we reached 2,662 soft resets, two twos at the end, 2 6 in the middle. That's pretty awesome. But anyway, so the main thing is a boy named Kanye. I forgot his last name. But anyway, no, it's not. It's not Kanye West. It's a white high schooler, and anyway, so pretty much a long time ago, apparently he did acting as a child and was like a star or something like that. But then he had a fear of heights because for some reason, I don't know how he did, but he was just saying that maybe it might have been so he didn't want to fail his parents' expectations or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So the reason I'm talking about this is because a girl named, what was her name? Sento. Yeah, Sento something. I don't know her last name, but she is one of the residents, one of the people who lives in the magical Maple Land, and that's like another dimension where all these characters I'm about to talk about come from, and they come here so they get what is it called? I think it's called amethyst, or it's something animentium. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's the energy that they need to live, and it's brought from joy and everything from living things, and yeah. So anyway, yeah. So pretty much, she one time she just threatened Kanye at school just to come with her to the Amagi Brilliant Park, which is a theme park of where they're living, where they're trying to make everyone happy. That's what they require to live, to get the animentium. And yeah, so pretty much she every one of them has a special ability, and her specific special ability is to, like, summon a gun anywhere from her body, like even from like the inside of her leg, like it will pass through it, and like a ghost or something like that, and then she turn it physical when she has it in her hand, and I forgot what it's called. It's something. It's I don't remember what it was called, but she can pretty much shoot any. It looks like a musket, and she can shoot any bullet pretty much, and from that gun, and yeah. So, but anyway, she uses it a lot. She doesn't use like one that permanently damages, but it's like a stun, like it's a huge. Like she says, it hurts 10 times as worse as stubbing your pinky toe, and yeah, like that's pretty painful. That's crazy. And she pretty much does that to people who are like not following directions or something like that, or just for something stupid, like they say something bad about her that's true, and then she just shoots them or something. And she, but anyway, yeah, she threatens Kanye to go on a date technically to Amagi Brilliant Park to explore all the rides and all that. And then at the end, well, it was pretty crappy because not a lot of people that even go to Amagi Brilliant Park for some reason. I don't know why. And most of it's like really run down, and most of the rides are broken, and it was really crappy. And then yeah, Kanye at the end of the day, he was like, like, oh, this is really crappy, and then Sento was like, here, have these croquettes. I guess croquettes are like, maybe they're like hash browns, but except they're like, they have meat inside them, and it has like the breading of a hash brown. You know what I mean? Like it's crispy and stuff. So anyway, the one who makes these is the princess of the whole place, and actually the current owner in that time in the anime. Her name is Princess Latifa, and she is actually she's from the royal. She's from Maple Land as well, and yeah. So anyway, she has like this condition where she was cursed to be each year on the whatever month it is. She has she gets a year erased from her memory and her growth, so she's pretty much eternally 14 years old, and she's been like that for 10 years. She technically should be older than Kanye, and yeah, so it's like, and because this wizard in their land cast it on her because there was like this huge dragon. It's like an evil dragon, not the one that shows up later on in the Manga Brilliant Park. That's not the one. But it was like a huge dragon, and then the royal family, the Princess Latifa's father, the king, was came across a wizard, and he said if you beat the wizard, you can have my daughter's hand in marriage. And then the wizard did defeat the dragon with one attack, and yeah, so then the king just lied and didn't actually let him marry her, and then he before he was ran off of a cliff by everyone because I believe he kidnapped the princess. Right before he fell, he cast a curse on her, and that's the curse. So yeah, so then pretty much eventually Kanye finds out about it, not in the beginning, because he actually met Princess Latifa a long time ago when he was like a little kid, and when he first visited the park, and she looked the same, of course, because of the curse. But anyway, so pretty much I guess he made a promise to her that she'll get better, and he finally remembers it like later on in the series that he actually did meet her, and yeah. So anyway, for some reason when Princess Latifa like kisses a person, they get a special ability, and then Kanye's special ability, because she gave one to him, to have him be more persuaded to be the manager of the park, because she can't. Sento was doing it for like many years, but her way of doing it is like forcing people, like putting guns to their faces, and like forcing them to do that. So it's like it's not really right to do that. It's just better to cooperate with people and all that. And but anyway, yeah. So he does become the manager, and manages for I think 3 months. Yeah, because it's like they have a contract with which funny enough the one of the blonde guys that's working with their contract to shut them down if they don't get a certain amount of visitors. Like I believe 500,000. Yeah, they need 500,000 visitors, and when people walk through the gate, it goes as their visitor count, and yeah, so pretty much he is actually the evil wizard that came into the world. He's a blonde guy, and then towards the end, he reveals himself as the wizard, and yeah. So anyway, there's like a lot of a lot of cool moments in that, and there is a lot of sexual jokes. So if you don't want that to see that kind of stuff, like this is one that there's like a lot, but not enough to where it's like pretty much like as bad as if you're watching porn or something like that. So it's not that bad when it comes to that, but it's definitely more for if you are more mature and all that, and yeah, like you can be really young and be like super mature, but I'm just saying, just be warned when you watch that, because there's a lot of sexual jokes. But anyway, and there's also like one time where there's a blurred out dildo, but that was like for like one of the times. For some reason they put that in there. I don't know why. And then yeah. So anyway, so where I was left off at Kanye's special ability. So he actually has the ability to read someone's thoughts once, just once. So so Sento is what tricked him into making him read her mind, so that he can't read it again, because like I said, he can only read the minds of a person once, like their thoughts, what they're thinking. So it's pretty crazy. So anyway, so when he does eventually be a manager, he meets all the workers, most of them from Maple Land. Some of them are, I don't think from Maple Land, but they still help out, like they work there, and they know about like the magical stuff like that. So most of these characters look like a bunch of mascots walking around, but that's their real body. Like one of them is named Mr. Mofle, and he's like it's like a rat thing, a big-headed brown rat, and apparently these are sweet fairies, like sweets fairies, and then it's just really cool. Like it sounds like such a childish anime, but it's such an awesome anime, and the opening is amazing as well. I have that in my favorite videos. It's so good, and yeah, it's crazy. It's really awesome. So there's Mofles, the sweet fairy. He's actually Princess Latifah's uncle, and it's really weird because when Kanye finds out when Mr. Mofle tells him, he's like, wait, what? You blood related? Because Mr. Mofle's like a mouse rat thing, and Princess Latifah's a human. So I was like, what the heck? And he has like the funniest face when he's like, what? And he's like, he's all surprised and freaked out, like scared. Like it's hilarious, but yeah. So anyway, there's another one called Macaron. This one is one of the, well, then again, no, Macaron, Tyranny, and Mr. Mofle, they're all pretty old, but they don't look old. And anyway, so Macaron is a music fairy, and makes music, and eventually he actually does like punk rock, I guess it's called, or hardcore metal, and yeah. So yeah, he's like a sheep ram looking thing, like you know how ram, it's like looks like a sheep, but it has big horns. I guess it's just a sheep, I guess so, but it does have horns, so I guess it's a ram. Well, anyway, that's the music fairy Macaron, and it's pretty funny. And then the Tyranny is the flower fairy, likes to like make flowers appear and just likes to garden and all that. Is a big pink fluffy cat, so it's like really cute. And oh yeah, each of them have like their little thing. Like Mr. Mofle says Molf, and then Macaron says Ron, and then Tyranny says me, and it's really cute. But they're like really kids. They drink and all that. They drink beer, try to get girls and all that, and it's crazy. But anyway, this will be the last one we check for the episode. So look at that. I didn't even get like halfway through the anime, and it's only 13 episodes as well, or 14, I believe. It's so crazy how much stuff is in there, but definitely check it out. And like I said, unless you're not mature, then don't watch it because there's sexual jokes in there. But yeah, so it's pretty amazing. It's a pretty amazing anime. But anyway, we ended off with 2,685 total soft resets. That's pretty good. Anyway, bye Lapras. I've been your host, Paul Stamayoi, and goodbye.